Welcome back to Mideast in Depth. As Arab leaders gather for discussions at Camp David this week, we take a look at various opinions reflecting on the possible consequences of these talks. Dina Esfandiari of King's College London asserts in the Daily Telegraph that Iran's regional role and actions in the Syrian war and Yemen worry its neighbours, and the nuclear deal they want Iran to sign is one Tehran will never agree to. She points out the Gulf states want to halt Iran's nuclear program and close off any potential pathway to a bomb. In particular, they want Iran to stop enriching uranium. Furthermore, she writes, the Gulf states are also concerned about the safety of Iran's nuclear facilities. On a regional level, they want to roll back Iranian influence and involvement in Syria, Yemen, Iraq and Lebanon, halting what they call Tehran's expansionism. She continues, the Gulf states fear that America and Iran will draw closer once the nuclear deal is done. For them, a new US-Iran relationship would diminish Washington's commitment to the GCC's security. She adds, regardless of any deal, Iran is already a dominant state in the Middle East. As a large and resource-rich country, it is difficult to ignore. What a comprehensive deal would do is to halt the expansion of the nuclear program and pave the way for Tehran's constructive engagement with regional and international powers. She concludes, in the Middle East, we often forget what victory looks like, a situation where both sides walk away with less than they want. While a final agreement on Iran's nuclear program may not address every security issue, it would be the best result that anyone in the region could reasonably aim for. David Ignatius writes in Lebanon's Daily Star that as Arab leaders gather for discussions at Camp David this week, the Obama administration is quietly debating a revision of its strategy against ISIS. He highlights, with Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states concentrating on Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen, the fight against ISIS has been less visible over the past month. But support for the Sunni Caliphate in Iraq and Syria keeps expanding. Ignatius then asks, but how should the US-led coalition combat ISIS without further glorifying its cause in the minds of young recruits? He cites a UAE-based analyst. Young jihadis are motivated by core life questions about meaning and belonging, by unresolved aggression toward authority figures, by attention-seeking and exhibitionism, more than by ideology. He elaborates on the analyst's point. ISIS represents one of the world's most powerful brands in stoking grievances and emotions with narratives linked to Muslim suffering and humiliation. It pits young heroes against corrupt, oppressive, unjust governments. He states, the most potent weapon against the viral jihadi narrative on Arab social media may be an alternative that celebrates freedom, argues a Jordanian-born analyst. In researching Arab social media, she notes an explosion of Facebook and YouTube sites that express this theme of personal freedom. He concludes, the discussions at Camp David will focus on the military battlefronts against extremism in the Middle East. But I hope the leaders will think about the framework for tolerant and open societies as championed by the UAE. That's the real antidote to violence. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. And subscribe to Mideast in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.